Hi, my name is James Hahn. I'm a life insurance specialist, and I want to start a series of videos here just to help people understand more clearly how life insurance works, what it is, why you should have it. A lot of people have different experiences with life insurance, or the word life insurance brings up different ideas or connotations. Unfortunately, for many of us agents and salespeople, we rank right there, probably above the used car salesman with the slick back hair, the plaid jacket. That's usually about where we rank, and that's unfortunate. It's usually a stereotype. Life insurance salesmen really want to help people. That's what we want to do. A little bit about me. I'm a husband, father of 7 children, and I've been doing this for a number of years. And I've found that as I've worked with a lot of people, that one of the things I constantly hear is that they really appreciate me explaining not just the products, but just how things work. The common comment that I get is, I never understood life insurance until you explained it. That's nothing on me, it's just practice and trying to make sure people understand. There's no reason for salespeople to pull tricks or do anything like that. I mean, today with the internet, you can find out these things, right? I mean, that's how you're watching it now. You can find out how these things work, what's good, what's bad. There's a lot of different opinions. There is no one size fits all. I hate that. There is none. I hate that people try to sell it like that, because there is no one size fits all or one product fits all. Everything that I'll express in these series of videos is my own opinion, my own take on the life insurance industry and how things work. It doesn't represent anything that the company that I work for or anything like that. It's all my own. Just when I think back in my own experience of life insurance, I think back to when I was probably about 5 or 6. I can remember the life insurance agent coming to my home, my parents sitting down in the living room, and there I was, just a little tyke, and saw them sitting there. He had his briefcase and talking to them. I had no clue what was going on, no clue whatsoever, but I knew it was something important. I knew that this man had come to our house to speak to my parents about something important. Didn't know what it was. I just knew, I just had that feeling that, wow, there's something going on here. It was out of the norm. And that happened many times throughout my young life. And then when I fast forward into my late 20s, I never had life insurance. I was an idiot. I never had it until a gentleman approached me through a fraternal organization and asked me to consider it. He did a good thing in protecting me, protecting actually not only me but my wife, and protecting our children that weren't even born yet. He did a good thing. His tactics weren't the best, and I didn't appreciate that. I ended up taking his job later on, and people told me the same thing. So there's all kinds out there. He did a good thing, and I appreciate that. And that's the thing about life insurance, is it is a good thing. No matter how terrible the salesperson is, no matter how the company treats you or treats the customers, if you get life insurance, you got to hold on to it, because it's very important. Okay, so what is life insurance in a nutshell? I guess you would define it as a risk management tool. It is a tool, it's a device. Now there's all kinds of different types, and we'll talk about those in future videos. But basically at its very core, it's a tool, a risk management tool. What do I mean? You have auto insurance, you have home insurance, that if something were to happen to either of those things, you would not have to pay the full cost of replacing the home, right? You would not have to pay the full cost of replacing the car. If I lost a vehicle right now, I couldn't just come up with $20,000 out of the bank. Well, I probably could, but most people can't just do that, right? So we have a risk management tool, and we don't even want to. Why would you want to? You've been working so hard, storing up that money in the bank. Why would you say, okay, I don't need insurance, I'm just going to pay for it myself? That's the idea of self-insured people, which makes me crazy. Anyhow, so it's a risk management tool. It's the same thing on your life. There's a lot of risk that goes along with someone losing their life. Take myself, for instance. Like I said, I have 7 kids. I have my office, I have my home, I have all these things that need to be paid for, taken care of. If I am taken out of the picture for whatever reason, accident, cancer, it doesn't matter, If I'm taken out of the picture, there's a problem with my family, okay? One, they're missing their dad, they're missing their husband, okay? I'm going to let you in a little secret. Most people won't tell you this, but everybody's going to die, okay? It's just a fact of life, okay? So we got to be smart about this, okay? I know that I'm going to die sometime, so I want to make sure that the risk associated with that, meaning that my home would still need to be paid for, the bills would continue, the education price would continue, the food cost would continue and probably go up with 5 almost teenage boys. All of these things are going to continue even if I don't continue. Okay, so there's a lot of risk there. If that can't be taken care of in some way, reaching into a pocket somewhere and paying the house, there's going to be a problem. My wife's not going to be able to pay the bills. The kids aren't going to get the education that I hope for them. Things are going to be a disaster. So to mitigate that risk, I take on myself a small monthly payment that takes care of the risk. All right? I put the risk onto the insurance company. And how does that work? Well, I do that, you do that, everyone does that. We all put in a little bit. And if something happens where there's this money in the kitty that's going to help take care of the Hahn family, that's going to help take care of the Smith family, the Jones family, right? We all chip in. I mean, that's basically how life insurance works. It's a sharing of the risk, right? Now, the insurance company obviously takes that money, invests it to make sure that there's enough to pay out, and there's a lot of moving parts, and we'll talk about that later. But every single person should have some life insurance. I don't care if you're 18 and think you're invincible, you're not, or if you're 80 and think that you're self-insured. That's goofy. You've worked so hard to get all that money, why wouldn't you have something that pays pennies on the dollar instead of chunking it all out, right? And it comes tax-free. But we'll get into all that later. But basically, just so you know, everyone should have life insurance. It's just a fact of life. It should be that way. You want to know what happens if you don't have life insurance? Go downtown. Go into Speedway or Citgo or whatever gas station it is and look at one of the coffee cans. Help us with final expenses. Help us with hospital expenses. Help us with helping pay off the debts of Johnny who didn't have life insurance. Look on the bulletin board at your local grocery store for all the fundraisers, the raffles, the silent auctions, GoFundMe, all of those things. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're good in that situation when somebody didn't have it, but we can plan ahead. We can take care of things. It's easy to do. Okay? It's very easy. Don't be intimidated by life insurance. Don't be intimidated by an agent. I'm not here to try to sell you anything. I'm trying to educate folks. I want everybody to know. If you trust me enough, fine. I'll work with you. I'm not a pushy guy. I just want everyone to have life insurance because I know how important it is. I've seen people who have had it and the way their families have been able to move on. I've seen people who have not had it and the devastation. So just in closing, I hope you stick with me. I hope you keep checking out these videos. I hope you find them useful. We'll talk about different types of products. We'll talk about different uses for life insurance. We'll talk about the nitty-gritty of how things work. We'll talk about a lot of different things. Hey, thank you for checking out this YouTube channel. Come back anytime. Follow me on Facebook, facebook.com, Hahn Nationwide. Again, I'm not plugging the company. That's who I work for. I'll give you free advice. Email me, whatever you need. I'm here to help you. So if you like the video, hit like below, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you. Bye.